Hey everyone, Hallie Tally here, digital diva and owner of Nights of Bytes. Today is Wednesday, August 21st, and I'm here with your daily business cybersecurity briefing. But you can't see my face, and it looks like you're looking at clouds. So why am I filming clouds? Well, that's because today I want to talk to you about cloud computing. So it couldn't be a more perfect day to talk to you about cloud computing because it is actually cloudy here in Omaha, Nebraska. Now, I know a lot of you understand that physical clouds are not cloud computing, but most people don't really understand what cloud computing is and how it relates to cybersecurity. So let me take just a moment and briefly explain what cloud computing is and why it's important for you to understand how it impacts your cybersecurity strategy. So for most small businesses, we're most familiar with cloud computing when it comes to things like email, QuickBooks Online, or even something like Dropbox. Those are services that we're really familiar with, but we don't necessarily associate them with cloud computing. Inherently, cloud computing is your ability as a business owner to rent resources from someone else. Again, perfect examples of this are things like email through Microsoft's Office 365 or Google's Gmail. You're essentially renting their email service and storage space for your email in order for you to have that essentially business process, that communication tool. Now, a lot of businesses utilize cloud computing because it's much more economical. Instead of you having to buy or build a server specifically for your email in your office, you can pay just a little bit of money to Google and Microsoft to have the privilege of using their resources and their computing power. Now, when it comes to cybersecurity, how does cloud computing impact that? A lot of business owners assume that once they hand off that software, once they're renting essentially the services like email or Dropbox or QuickBooks Online, they assume that the cloud service provider is solely responsible for making sure that the data is backed up and that it is safe and secure. Now, the cloud service provider does have some, responsibilities to do that. However, when you look in the fine print, things like Office 365, Google, QuickBooks Online, they will outline what you are responsible for when it comes to your data and your security for your credentials and your information. Office 365 is not responsible, Microsoft is not responsible for restoring your data in the event that you have been hacked or that your information has been deleted by a hacker or by a rogue employee. That is up to you. A lot of cloud service providers are going to have that fine print that outline if something happens on your end, it is your responsibility to make sure that that data is being backed up and is stored securely. Now, if there's a major catastrophe or let's say Microsoft gets hacked, that ends up being on their responsibility or their plate to make sure that everything is back up and running. But again, you need to really read through that fine print. Talk to your IT service provider, find out what is included and what isn't included when it comes to cybersecurity and backup of your data. There have been times that, unfortunately somebody's deleted for whatever reason, however they've done it, they've deleted their whole inbox and we can't recover it. Now, I don't know anybody that's done that personally, but I have read about that online. I have actually talked to Microsoft people. They have seen that. Sometimes it's rogue employees that go through and delete contacts, delete emails because they don't want their former employer having access to that information. That is something that it ends up being your responsibility to make sure that that is backed up and recoverable. Now, if you have any questions, because I'm sure you do, please post them below or shoot me an email to htally@nightsofbytes.com. This video is going to be posted on our Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube channels, so please like, follow, and share from those places. And if you really want to get into the technical nuances of cloud computing, we can have that conversation. But for in general purposes, that's what today's video is about in our cybersecurity basics. As always, have a great day, everyone, and safe computing.